Welcome back to our class. We'll continue on residue. So we are now dealing with residue theorem or Cauchy residue theorem, or simply we say residue theorem. This theorem says that if a function of z is analytic and single-valued inside this curve C, but has some singularities of this C enclosed by of this curve C1, C2 enclosed by this. Suppose that A1, A this are the residues of that f of z at those singularities. Then the theorem says that integral f of z dz is equal to 2 pi I times sum of the residues. What that thing is saying is this. Let's assume that we have C here, and this C encloses all these curves C1, C2, C3, and so on like that. Now, this place now, there's a singular point here which is A1, A2, A3, and so on like that. The question, what is not there is that suppose this one on this C1 has this residue, this one too, B1, C1 like that. So the question says that if we integrate with respect to z, the answer will be 2 pi I times sum of the residues. So this one is very simple. We have proved the result the other time. Now let's take the result once again. Let's prove it. Let's see enclose C1, C2, C3, and so on. Then we know, we have said this before, that integral this equal to all this. That is, integrating over this C will be equal to integral of the C1 dz plus this plus whatever C that is there. Now let us now recall for what we just proved in our residue. So we have proved that integral f of z dz is equal to 2 pi I. So in that case, where this one is the residue, so we have proved it. So in that case, this equation here will now become, on C1 we have said that it has this a minus 1, that is 2 pi I. This is a minus 1. On C2 we have b minus 1, that is the residue, and this is the residue. So it's also this one will also give me b minus 1. Similarly, this one will be 2 pi I, c minus 1, and so on like that. You will now observe that 2 pi I is common. So in that case, this will be, if you factorize, so we have this, and so on. So this summation, as you can see, so this is same thing as 2 pi I times, everything here simply means sum of the residues. So it will be sum of the residues of f of z. But thank God we have been taught how to find the residue of a function. With this theorem, it will enable us to integrate some functions with some residue, which will be very easier than that of Cauchy integral formula. Let's take example. For example 1 now, evaluate this integration where C is this unit disk. We first take note that is this singularity lies inside this disk. If it lies inside, then we can apply the formula. But if it doesn't lie, then our answer is equal to 0. How do we know that it lies? Here we have pi here. We know normally pi is 3.142. So pi is less than this 4. So in that case, 3.142 is less than 4. In that case, it lies inside. So in that, we can now use residue theorem. Now, what's our f of z? This is our f of z. Cos z over z minus pi I raised to power 3. So z is equal to pi I. It's our singular point. So it's a pole. It's a pole of order order 3. So the pole of order 3, the only singular point we have here is this, and that singular point is a pole of order 3. And if you remember how to find the residue of pole of order n, what do we have? Our answer is this. Now our n in this place is 3, so this will give me 1 over 3 minus 1 factorial. Limit of z tends to z naught. Our z naught is pi i. Then the n minus 1. This thing means differentiation. We know that d simply means d dz. So in this case now, we have z minus z naught. Our z naught is pi i over raised to power n. Our n is 3 times f of z. This is our f of z. Now we have this. So from this way, this will cancel this. Now n minus 1, n is 3. So 3 minus 1, let's say 3 is there. 3 minus 1 is 2. This simply means that I should differentiate cos z twice. So this will be 2 factorial. Limit of z tends to pi i. If I differentiate cos z once, it will give me sin z. It will give me minus sin z. If I differentiate it twice, it will give me minus cos z. So in this case, what we are going to have is minus cos z. When we differentiate this, because 3 minus 1 is 2, means we should differentiate it twice. If you differentiate cos z twice, you have this. Now let us now put the value there. So this will be, let me put the minus here. So this will give me cos pi i. And let us recall that cos ai is equal to cos a. So in that case, our answer there will just be, the residue will just be equal to minus 1 over 2 factorial is 2. Cos pi i will just be cos pi. It should have be cos pi. Now, by residues theorem, which we prove here, the residues theorem says that if you integrate, the answer will be 2 pi I times the residue or sum of the residue. So in that case, the answer, our integration will be cos z over z minus pi I raised to power 3 dz will just be 2 pi I times the residue. This is the residue, cos pi. So this cancels this. What we have left is minus pi I cos pi. So that is our answer. That's the solution to this integral. Let's take another example. Example 2. We want to evaluate this integral using residues theorem, where C is this disk here. The first thing is, let us know the singular point here. So these singular points are z is equal to 1, z is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. That is, if you take all this, if you express if you equate it to be 0, z is equal to 2 here, z is equal to 3. They are the singular points. But the question is that, are all these singular points lie inside this and on this? 1 is less than 2. 2 is less than or equal to 2. But you can see 3 is greater than 2. In that case, z is equal to 3 does not lie inside this place. So at that point, the integral is 0, but we only consider these two. So we cannot say that, but only z1 and z2 lie in C. So what we'll now do is we need to find the residue. So the first one, let us find residue at z is equal to 1. To take note that as this z is equal to 1, we have a simple pole there. It's a simple pole. So in that case, I will use the formula. The formula for residue of simple is this. Now, let me find the residue. The residue is z tends to 1. Limit of z tends to 1. Z minus z naught, which is 1, times f of z. This is our f of z here. Let's write it out. Which is this. Now, this one cancels this. I cannot turn z to be 1. That will be exponential 3 divided by, if you, anywhere you see z, you put it as 1. This is 1 minus 2, 1 minus 3. So finally there, our answer should give me exponential 3 divided by 2. Now, we cannot do the second one, residue at z is equal to 2. At z is equal to 2 here. So the residue, I'll still use this formula. This is limit of z tends to 2. Z minus z naught. Our z naught is 2 times f of z. So we write back our f of z there, and which is this. So this cancels this. You cannot find the limit and put z to be 2. So this will be z equal to 3 into 2 divided by 2 minus 1 times 2 minus 3. So this is exponential 6 divided by 2 minus 1 and 2 minus 3 will give me minus 1 there. That will be my exponential minus exponential 6. So I cannot come to the integration. Therefore, the given integral is this is equal to 2 pi I times sum of residue. So this will give me 2 pi I times, what are the residue? The first one is exponential 3 over 2 minus, there's minus here, exponential minus 6. So that's our answer. That's the solution to the integration. So let's consider another example. Example 3. Our example 3. We want to evaluate this integration using residue theorem, where this C is this disk. Look at this disk here. This disk simply means that center of the circle is 2 and the radius is 3 over 2, or simply 1.5. Now we need to, let's say I want to write out my f of z. My f of z is 1 over z cube, z minus 1 raised to power 4. So the singular points are z is equal to 0 and z is equal to 1. But the question is that, can these two lie inside this disk? We must first take note. So we need to draw you need to draw the circle on your own. You draw the circle that center 2 and radius half, but I've done that here. Look at this. Look at the center. Center is at 2. The radius is at half, 3 over 2. As you can see, each line represents half. You can see this is the 2. This is 3 over 2 as the radius. If you look at this to this is 3 over 2. From this to this is half. To this is 1. To this is 1.5. And this 2. Now, you will now see that this is 0. Z is equal to 0 here. It's not inside this circle. But Z is equal to 1 is there. So in that case, we cannot say that Z is equal to 0 does not lie. But only Z is equal to 1 lies in the disk. So in that case, this one is considered that it lies outside the disk. If you are integrating it along this, it will be 0 by Cauchy's theorem. Now let's find the residue. So since this is the only one we are considering, so we need to find the residue. So we need to make use of the residues formula, and that this. Now at z is equal to 1, z is equal to 1, which lies there as a pole of order 4. So it has a pole of order 4. In that case, we cannot find the residue. The residue is 1 over 4 minus 1 from the formula. Limit of z tends to 1. The n minus 1, n is 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Into z minus 1 raised to power 4. Our z naught is 1. This is our n, which is 4. Times f of z. This is our f of z. And that will be this. From that place, this cancels this. So what we are going to have is 1 over, this will give me 1 over 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 factorial is 6. Then limit of z tends to 1, the cube of this, the cube of 1 over z cube. 1 over z cube is simply this, which I can write as this, limit of z tends to 1. If I differentiate once, I will have minus 3, z raised to power minus 4. If I differentiate second one, it will be z raised to power minus 5. And finally, to be this raised to power minus 6. When I differentiate like that, just something of this nature. If you differentiate, this is z raised to power minus 3. If you differentiate once, you have minus 3 raised to power minus 4. If you differentiate once again, that will be minus 4, z raised to power minus 5, like that, like that, like that. So from that place, we are going to have 1 over 6 into all this, that is all this will give me minus 3 times 4 times 5. If you put limit of z to 1, that will be 1 raised to power minus 6. Now 3 here 1, 3 here 2, 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So our answer is minus 10. So in that case, our integration, the required answer will be, this is the integration. So it will be 2 pi I times 2 pi I times the residue. If there are more than 1, we say times sum of the residues. So that is minus 20 pi I. So that is the solution of this integration. You can practice this as assignment. Evaluate all these residues theorem. C is this curve. You see, all these things that are here, they are there to just help us to know whether they lie inside this C or not, whether all these points lies inside this C. So we need to draw this curve and know whether any of these two lie inside it, either both of them or one of them or none of it. Because if none of it lies inside it, then there's no any work. We just say that the answer is 0 by Cauchy's theorem. So, and this is another one, this rectangle, a rectangle S is equal to, this is very easy to do, S is equal to minus 2. You only need to draw this. This is minus 2 here. S is equal to 1. This is 1. So they have joined these two together. Put 1 here. Y is equal to minus half. So there's y is equal to minus half here. And there's y is equal to 1. So we need to join this these rectangles. You can see you join them like this, since they are rectangle. So you join them like that. So you now check whether any of this lies inside this rectangle. So have a nice day.